we're a specifying builder's merchant. We focus on sustainable building materials, but they happen to be sustainable, but primarily they're extremely pragmatic materials, and we choose them because they do something way better than the materials that we've already got available at the moment. So we supply a lot of clay-based materials, clay-based boards, clay-based plasters, clay-based heating materials, because clay has amazing properties. It's incredibly sustainable. There's obviously a lot of it around us that we can simply dig out of the ground. It's extremely good acoustically, it's great with moisture. We also supply a lot of wood fiber products. They have really unusual properties, mainly because they are coming from a plant which is doing a lot of incredible things inside it. It's not that all of our range is completely natural, but one of the primary drivers would be vapor permeability, but the other driver would be durability. So coming from a building background, I know which materials are quite durable and practical. So we go from surface finishes outside with our renders and plasters, which are all lime-based. Working inwards, we do insulation, which is nearly always wood fiber. And then moving towards the interior, again, a lot more wood fiber. Products which increase thermal mass, so the clay boards, our underfloor heating systems which we've gleaned from around Europe that I think will make a difference to our portfolio and help us to create better solutions for people. But people come to us with a project and say, look, I'm trying to do this to my house, or I want to build a new house, I want to do whatever, and they give us some guidance on what it is they're trying to achieve, and then we build up specs to achieve what they're trying to get to. Because I come from a building background, I've done 14 years of running a building company, we then help them through the build process. With architects, we do a lot of detailing work and really support what they're doing. So basically we're trying to really hold the hand of all of our customers and guide them through the whole build process, so that although they're using materials that they're not necessarily familiar with, they are comfortable and confident to go from inception all the way through to the finished building. We do all the way from small extensions up to great big projects, great big refurbishment projects. We've worked on Somerset House in London, refurbishing the whole top half of that building. We do a lot of passive house stuff, but equally we do garden buildings for people. We do a whole range of different projects. Most of the materials are applicable to new build and retrofit. Environmentally, it's important to move towards these kind of products for all the environmental reasons that we're all aware of. Although I don't exactly see it as our mission, it's part of what I enjoy doing, is making sure that the awareness of these kind of products is greater, and the number of successful projects with these products is greater as well, to help speed up adoption of the products and change the way that our construction industry works. It's largely dominated by a lot of larger companies who are primarily focused on profit, and the buildings that we build, although they tick the boxes for building control, are really not buildings that you'd ever want to live in. And it's disappointing to see people spending so much money and putting so much effort into earning the money to buy these buildings when they are barely habitable. So using these kind of materials for barely any more money, you can build buildings which are thoroughly enjoyable to be in, and actually healthy spaces as well, rather than just literally four walls and a roof that you can occupy. In the noughties, there was a lot of government funding which was backing a lot of these kind of businesses with wood fibre, with hemp. That drove a certain amount of innovation, but once that funding stopped, there was a lot of kind of floundering around and only really small projects driving it forward. But the work actually that Extinction Rebellion have done, and Greta Thunberg and all these people that are really working towards changing the way we currently operate, that has really driven a whole load of interest in this whole sector, really, in natural materials, in making all buildings lower energy, but actually really moving away from plastics, from PIR, from synthetic materials, particularly obviously in light of what happened at Grenfell. So yeah, there's just a big interest in moving forward the sustainability agenda, but actually really focusing on natural materials.